Hi everyone. Well, I posted some things in the my community board and about the Kennedy Center, and I just wanted to talk about that. Some of the feelings I have, some of the feelings I know that you have. Um, After 45 took the office last year and really took it, I don't feel that he should have been there. He should not be there. He misuses power. He doesn't have respect for the office or us, the people, we the people. But beyond that, one of the first things he did was very narcissistically slapped his name on our beloved institution. So the Kennedy Center would be that. And it's not just the center itself, it's the legacy of John F. Kennedy and that civic service and civil rights and equal rights and all of these things and anything that would be progressive, democratic, um, and he wanted to take that legacy away. And the first thing to do was to corrupt it with his name. Now, a narcissist as he is, I've talked about how if 45 could tattoo his face inside our eyelids, he would. So that we always have to look at his menacing face and be haunted by him. It's not about us adoring him. I mean, narcissists want to be adored, but it's also about torturing us. Um, and so he takes over the Kennedy Center, tries to erase that legacy, bring pain to us, show us instantly that he's Kim Jong-un and that he has taken over and our freedom is gone and he's in power and we're going to be tortured and we're not going to have our country anymore. We're not going to have democracy. We're not going to have freedom. It's all going to be about him torturing us. That's really why he did it. And it's like a dog pissing on another dog's scent on a walk. It's just always continuously pissing on the legacy of others and the legacy of democracy. It really, because JFK is the epitome of democracy, of modern day democracy. So he takes it over, puts his name on it, puts his menacing picture on it, and then the courts are like, no, I don't know why. I don't know why recently. Thank God things are changing, but the courts are like, no, you didn't do it in the right way. You didn't do it legally. You have to take your name off. You should not have done that. You bypassed the laws. You forced your way. Imagine that, him forcing himself. You forced your way, your name and onto it, and you weren't supposed to do that. So he was ordered to take it off. Now, yesterday, this big crowd, and now I felt it was very cathartic. I had this vision of, in the movie Forrest Gump, where Jenny, after they're grown up, Jenny and Forrest are walking around the old town where they, Alabama or whatever it was, I don't know. And she sees her old home where her father abused her for her entire childhood. And so she starts picking up rocks and throwing them at the house. And then Forrest helps her. And that was a very cathartic scene. And then she has the whole house, or he does, somebody has the whole house torn down eventually. And I feel like last night, people showing up to watch the undoing, the removal of 45's name off the Kennedy Center was very cathartic, like Jenny throwing those rocks at her childhood home. And I also felt it was a big turning point. Like we're finally at a turning point where things are, I mean, it could get worse, but it could always get worse and probably will in some ways. We'll get through it. But I do feel like it's a turning point. Things are changing. And it really is like, here he is, he's going to turn 80. He's not a spring chicken anymore. His health is awful, mentally and physically. And his legacy is finally being dismantled. His misuse of power, his overlording over us, is finally being dismantled. And okay, so I go to work and I get out, and it still hasn't been taken down. And there's still the live feed. There's been a live feed all day. PBS had like a live feed, which is cathartic too. And I'm like, damn, how long is this going to take? And I hear that they were ordered to wait until midnight. I'm like, oh God, here we go. They're going to make everyone wait till midnight, and then what's going to happen? Then no one can watch the letters being taken down, because he is so narcissistic that he can't stand people seeing really the beginning of his demise, right? Doesn't want anyone to have the pleasure. So that tells you that he knows how much we dislike him. He knows. He says, oh, the Democrats cheated. Everyone voted for me. And it's like, no. And especially now, after a year or two of this, we really, more people, the majority do not like you. And he knows that. But he won't admit it, and he won't let us enjoy our cathartic pleasure of seeing the beginning of his demise, his name being taken off. And so he orders it. No, you cannot take my name off until after midnight, and then you can do it. Well, there's flashlights, Has you ever heard of like night lights and night cameras and flashlights? But then I guess the court said no, you have to take it down. And so then he had a huge curtain put up, which I'm sure you've all seen this, to cover up the removal of his name off the building. That's so petty. But like others have said, is so symbolic of everything he does, of all the cover up he does. He's hiding his health, giving us false health reports. Meanwhile, 22 experts have to look at him. I mean, that doesn't say that you're healthy if 22 medical experts have to look at you. I mean, that tells me something's really wrong, and he's not listening to 21 of them. It took 22 to get to the one that said, oh, you're fine. There's such a cover up with everything. The Epstein files being covered up. His hand, the bruises on his hand being covered up. Just literally everything. Everything is covered up with him. And all the news, not letting the news report things. I saw something, I almost posted it, but I posted it on my social media, but I haven't posted it here on YouTube. But there was the same guy that talks about 45's dementia talked today about how Iran has had to hire experts, like psychological experts, to go over what's wrong with 45 so they can find out how to negotiate with him, because they've had it. They know that he's insane. And he literally like, what do we do? How do we deal with this guy? He's crazy. And the experts said that he has something like, well, dementia, that he has like mentally incompatible is like what they said. And that's real. That's a real story. So anyway, I guess behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz, behind the curtain, they took the letters down. I don't know if they took the curtain down yet, but I think they did, and the reason is because people were saying they would just project images on it of like the Epstein files and things like that. So now, okay, so the cage match or whatever he has going on, I wanted to talk about that real quick because I had a vision of that. And I don't know if I said this in this video, but he wanted to, I had a vision where 45 wants to tear down the Statue of Liberty and put his own statue up there. But this cage thing that he has in front of the White House, I don't know if it's a cage match. I don't know what the thing is. Isn't it like a boxing or wrestling or whatever? Well, I had a vision yesterday that he wants to leave it up and have it be his guillotine, but not a guillotine per se, but a fighting sort of public, like, so he would have his groups, his militia, bring the accused to this arena in front of the White House and have them kind of like the Colosseum, where the lions were brought in and people were macerated in front of the crowds, the public. And he would charge money for people to come see whoever the accused across America that have been rounded up and publicly beaten up. And there would be like cage matches constantly, and he would have betting, and so there'd be money made off of it and live feed. I mean, it's just insane. It's clearly insane, but that's the vision that I saw. It's really horrible. So anyway, I wanted to say that I know we're all still losing followers. I understand mine because I'm never on here, so I totally get that. But on my social media, I've been getting like millions of views, and then they try to shut that down. Like yesterday, they started to mess with me. So it's Meta. Meta has messed with me, and they messed up my views, messed up all my like followers and likes. And what it is they use AI, which I've kind of said before. They use AI to track us, and they block us like regular people, and they send in a whole bunch of bots. So it's Elon. And then that happened on my TikTok too. took my TikTok, and now nobody can see me anymore. And I was doing pretty well on there, doing like Beatle spoofs and things like that. So it's just nasty business, and they're using AI to do it. What's the other thing? I really do feel like 45 is going to use AI in the election. So that's not good, but we have to figure out how to work our way around it. I would say that if you're somebody who you've been removed off the registration, you're not getting your ballot. He says he's not going to send ballots to your state. Just go to your local voting booth, office, location, ask for a provisional ballot or whatnot, and fill it out right there and turn it in right there and have it verified. I still, when I've done recent elections, I have to show my driver's license. We all do, so that's not a biggie for me. Um, but yeah, just go there, get your ballot, fill it out, and put it in. I really don't feel like doing the whole go on election day or early voting, because after what happened with in 2024 with Kamala, I you know I just don't trust that at all, and I feel like he's going to use AI. I just really think it'd be good to get that, not a mail-in ballot per se, but the paper ballot that they're not going to mail to you, but you get it there, fill it out there, drop it off right there, get it verified right there, check my vote, and get it locked in, because they have to count those, and those are not mail-in ballots. So we can't get mad about it. And what he's going to do is he's going to take away the timestamp and say that, oh, they were too late to be counted. So do it there at the location and have it verified there, if you get what I'm saying. So anyway, I got to go to work. Love you guys. Take care. Have a great night. Bye. Oh, and I think the weather is going to mess with his event, his birthday. And I do feel like things have really finally turned, and he's losing his legacy and his power and his energy. I really do. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.